Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having an incredible start to the week. I had an incredible weekend. It snowed for the first time this winter in Tokyo, like properly. We had about 6 centimeters of snow. It was awesome. Yugo got to have his first official snow day. I'll throw a couple clips in here.
Oh, yeah.
What? It was really good to spend some quality time with the family over the weekend and also to see Yugo experience snow for the first time. That was super sick. Also the little jump thing. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. But Altezza, parts, here. Hammer time. We should be able to just work this and they should just come out. Toyota things, not Nissan things. All right, that one's out. We'll get this one started. Oh, it wants to come so bad. Come on! Ah! Yeah, filthy mutt. Got it. How good is that? So I'm gonna go through in here and just tidy them up with a little bit of Scotch-Brite.
Not too dusty.
Oh, it's fine.
You're cleaning 2 holes.
Trust you to come over here and make it dirty.
You have to point out the important info.
Wish I had an air chisel right now. There it is. Got it. That's one. Yeah, okay. I've said this already a couple times, but what the flip, man? Why is it so good, all the bushes on Toyota when it comes to removing them? Start on this one. 1, 2, 3. Come on. There it is. Oh, so good. When it comes to bushings for your JZX, there is no other company that you should be looking at except Serial 9. The reason why I say that is they're not a solid bushing. They use Delrin. So there is a tiny bit of play there. And I mean, look at that. They just slide straight in. Now, when it comes to the subframe, we're probably going to need this. That's why those ones are already in the freezer. And especially with the JZX, if you put solid, rigid mounts in your rear subframe, you're going to destroy the subframe. Even with the reinforcement kit, it will crack. And you're going to end up splitting your chassis. It happens all the time on JZXs. And then to fix it, you have to remove the fuel tank because you're welding exactly directly under the fuel tank if you go to fix the chassis there, if it's not too far gone and you need a new shell. It's actually kind of wild how weak the rear end is of that. And there's rumors that the same guy that designed the E36 got poached by Toyota and made the JZX 100 Chaser. And that's why they look like an E36 rear end essentially. But I don't know how true that is, but I do find it somewhat ironic because the rear ends of the E36s do the same thing as the JZX 100 Chasers do and stuff. But long story short, get the Serial 9 stuff. It is worth its weight in gold. It is the best. Never had a single issue with any of their stuff, and it's always made the car better. Can't stress it enough. Don't go full solid aluminum billet. But yeah, Serial 9 has done their research. They got a ton of really good stuff. I'm also planning to do a full front Serial 9 end on this, which I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to try out their AK knuckle kit for a very long time, and it may be the new direction that I'll go when we rebuild the Chaser too. But that aside, diff bushings are pretty much done now. All we got to worry about is the subframe, which we need a few more minutes in the freezer, and then we should be good to start tapping them in with this. When it comes to putting bushes in Toyotas, this is all you should need.
A few moments later.
These have been in the freezer for about an hour. You don't need to put these in the freezer because they aren't a press fit bushing. They go in super nice, but I just like to do it because then you can just pretty much smack it in by hand. They're just going really nice. Serial 9 stuff is always amazing. Everything is labeled, what's what, where it needs to go as well. It's super nice. Look at this. Front upper bushing. So we know that this goes in the top, in the front. So I can just put that there. Give it a little smack. Done. How nice is that, man? Same thing on this side. Give her a smack in. Done. The main benefit of having the Delrin bushing for your diff as well is it gives you the same feeling as like a full solid aluminum bushing, but it's absorbing some of the vibration and the noise, so you can still kind of use it for a daily, right? Really nice. I want to get these in. These should just tap in as well. I haven't put the Delrin ones in the freezer or anything like that. They should just tap in though. You got to be careful though on the one with the 2 bolts. There she goes. Sometimes they're a little tight too, because when you go and hit them out, you can warp it a little bit. Now this side you need to be very careful with, because these 2 holes need to be perfectly vertical. It's not a bad idea to do it with the diff in place so you can make sure it's perfectly lined up, but this will be fine as long as you get this perfectly vertically lined up. I've always eyeballed them and kind of got it right, but you definitely don't want to put it in, you know, cockeyed or anything like that. So just get a good squiz at it with your eyeballs and tab her in, baby. There is a little bit of give too with the washer. Mint. Now we get to flip the other side and it should just all go straight in. So nice. Serial 9 bushes are all installed, and my gosh, is it so simple and easy. Gosh, so good. These ones we'll put in when we slide it in the car, just because they're just the top caps, so they kind of like slip out if it's upside down without the pressure holding them in. So we'll leave that there, but everything looks great. The rear subframe looks incredible, night and day compared to the old one. Just as a reminder though, this is what we've come from. And all of these bushings in here were cracked and split as well. So rusty, crappy old subframe with a tiny diff and 4-bolt axles to a pretty bulletproof one. Also, look, see? No bushing there either. This is the closest thing I'm ever gonna get to being an astronaut in Interstellar. We're going into dock. We just finished filling the diff and the transmission with oil. We drained the oil out of the transmission and it definitely does not look so crash hot. It's pretty sparkly too. So I'm definitely a little concerned, but for the most part it looks really clean. Hey, yeah, dang. That's pretty nice, to be honest. Just a little shiny. Daiki, I think we changed this already. Yeah. Oh well. I managed to smack the radiator a ton with a block of 2x4 to kind of get it back somewhat to the shape that it was supposed to be, enough where it lined up with these mounts and lined up with enough of the holes on the fan shroud to actually bolt in. The only hole I couldn't get to line up was this one, but the rest of them, they kind of all lined up enough where, you know, it would stay on there. I've got the oil cooler somewhat mounted. The 2 bottom riv nuts are in. I just have to make a bracket from here to here, which I'll do tomorrow. But oil lines need to just be run for that, and we're good. For the most part though, the hard job is done. Subframe is in, baby. Look at that subframe and fuel tank. It's crazy that we had to pretty much change that whole rear end because of how bad it was, but I'm glad we did. I'm glad we did. We just got to hook up the exhausts and the car works. But right now, all I want to know is that this all rotates and works fine. That's the main thing I want to know right now. Just threw on a couple wheels from the Bogan 32, some burnt tires on there. Let's start it up in like 3rd gear. And let's just make sure everything works and no weird sounds. Oh yes. That sound with we put fresh brakes on there as well, so that's gonna take a while. Also, we have no suspension in the rear right now. Look at that droop. Nice, love to see it. No weird knocking sounds or anything. We'll send it up and just do a quick inspection. Not bad. Oh, that's exciting. Dude, 265s look kind of fat on this thing. That's a lot of inset though. Just checking over everything. Looks good. Even with the car at full droop, the axle's got a fairly decent amount of angle on them, but they look good. Nice. Propeller shaft looks like it's doing good too. Nice, no weird sounds or anything, I'm happy. I definitely want to paint this though. Let's get some black paint real quick. It'd be a shame if we left the drive shaft this color when the subframe's all nice and black now, so. I got a little sidetracked on a side quest and got the oil cooler mounted in there permanently. Made a little bracket, welded her up. I'm just using 3 mounting points into the bottom here, these 2, and then this one here, which goes to the center bar here. Don't really need one here. I think that's fine.
The next day.
It's time for my favorite thing. We've had this box sitting over there for about a week now, and this is too good for the Altezza, 100%. Shouldn't be putting something this nice on the Altezza, but also, I should be. I am so excited. You guys know we've been working with Neotech for a while now. They make incredible brakes, incredible coilovers. I love how much I learn from them every single time I have any suspension question or any kind of myth or random thing that I've heard on the internet and I want to check with their engineers. Every single one of them is super knowledgeable, and they build their coilovers for each car specifically. Also, the custom valving that they've done in my comp car, Supra, everything feels incredible. So we're going to be slowly switching out all of our cars to Neotech, but first of all, I had to make sure we got a nice new set for the Altezza. Cool sticker and some adjusting spanners. Oh, sheesh. Okay, so I have to point this out real quick. This is for the rear, right? This is what was in there. Do you see anything different, maybe? Just out of curiosity. These are retaining the stock kind of like extension piece here for the strut, as in this is an actual proper true coilover, which is awesome. Not only do we have the adjustment for setting the shock length on the bottom, but the height adjustment on the spring perch. Also, you know, your preload and things like that. There's a lot of misconceptions there. I actually really want to figure out a way where I can do a super technical video with some of the engineers there next time we're in Korea. And I want to break down a bunch of those myths, and we'll put it on the SAMMIT Raw channel because it's a more technical, in-depth video. But I think it's something that's really important. I'd like to have like kind of an evergreen video that you guys can always refer to if you want to bust any suspension myths and all that kind of stuff. So these are going in the rear. It's kind of wild because you can really get an idea of just the condition of the stuff on this car. Look how beat up these springs are. Like they're falling apart. The rust on them is pretty bad. I don't think these locking collars will ever rotate again. Maybe they will, I don't know. But all I know is we've got fresh Neotech coils going in. Obviously, fully adjustable, very excited. Cannot wait to see how this car's gonna handle. While Daiki is working on getting the coilovers installed, I want to see if I can save this tension up. So if I don't have to buy a used or a new one of these, it'd be really good because all I want to do is press out that bushing and put a fresh serial 9 one in. So if I can get this out and then soak it in my little acid bath thing to clean up all the rust on it and then paint it, it should be good. So I'm going to try and get these two 19s and 17s out and see if we can slide that out with a little bit of luck. And we might be able to reuse it. Ugh. Oh, so much crap just came out. I'm really glad I soaked these in WD-40 from yesterday. Well, that came out like butter, almost like it was loose. And then, okay, it's loose. Zap out this brace, which is also very bent, and I was able to find a used one on Yahoo Auctions for 550 yen. Ugh. Yeah, look how bent and twisted that is. I don't know what it hit, but that's not supposed to be like that. Oh well. And this comes straight out. Now I'm gonna spray a bunch of WD-40 around here because that's my biggest fear, is that pressing this out is gonna be quite difficult. But if I can get some WD-40 in there around the rust, we should be able to push the bushing out and we might be okay. Look at all that rust on the top of the caliper. That's the first time I've seen it. No wonder this is the caliper that's seized, by the way, and I'm not surprised. I'm gonna try and free it up today, but I do have a fresh set of JZX100 Tourer V ones on the way with brand new rotors and pads. I wanna do the same thing to my upper arm or my spindle too. I wanna clean this up and save it because it's just tons of surface on there. There's nothing too bad. We should be able to save it, but yeah. Just dealing with rusty cars sucks. I'm just very happy that it's only the bolt-ons. I've already got new upper arms on the way too. This looks like it could break, it's so rusted. But for some reason, anything bolted onto this rusted and was the sacrificial anode essentially, which is weird. But anyways, let's get it done.
A few moments later.
Kind of sounds like a fire truck in Japan. These are gonna come out looking brand new when we're done. You watch. I just need to soak in there for a little bit. Couple hours, flip them around so the other side gets done. Mint. It's actually a toilet cleaner in Japan. It's called Samporo. It's this green stuff, and it literally is just an acidic toilet cleaner. You fill up a bucket with it and just soak it in it. Come out the next day, no rust on anything. Obviously, it is acidic, so if you leave stuff in there for too long, it may disappear. But something as big and as heavy as that, I'm not worried about it. Riley! It's come!
Oh no.
Your radiator's here! And judging by the condition of the box, I think it might be worse than mine.
It's fragile.
It's fragile.
Oh no.
I think the box is actually like twisted. It looks wonky.
Maybe the box took all the damage instead of the radiator.
So for a recap, I got an AliExpress radiator for this, and it came with a different brand manufacturer on it, by the way. This is a Whirly one, which is another one of those brands on AliExpress. So this is like missing the strap, the box is falling apart, it's weird. Wait, hold up. This arrived and it was twisted, bent, and warped, and it wouldn't even go in without us smacking it with a hammer and a piece of 2x4 and us jumping on it. I messaged the seller, and he said, oh, don't do a claim, I'll send you another one free of charge. So I was like, hey Riley, I just made that fit, so how about you get the one who's sending me free of charge, and hopefully it's not it's not damaged. And this is how it arrived. I don't like your chances. Hey, if it's straight, I'm impressed.
It's got foam.
Oh, it has a, oh, what?
What?
This is different.
Is
Did they send us the right one? Wait, what? That's so different than mine!
It looks like it might be okay.
Yeah, maybe. Dude, this is... Damn it, you definitely got the nicer radiator.
But yours is 3-core, right?
Yeah, this is 3-core too. There's no way this is 2-core. Wait, no, it is the same. It's just like, it's built a little different. Oh, this is way nicer. What the flip? Dude, the Whirly is where it's at, I guess. What a weird brand.
It's Whirl.
Whoa!
The fins aren't super
Yo!
heavy.
What?
Right.
Dude, look, the bottom's even freaking notched. Ow! That just shocked the hell out of me.
Oh, because the styrofoam.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is such a nice radiator. Wait, is it bent?
It's not. Dude,
I don't think it's. Welds are 10 times better than
Yeah,
mine.
I don't think it's nearly as bad as yours was.
No, dude, that's like
pretty good.
That's on money. No, man, that is perfect. I'm still a little salty. Like, look at this. Look at the quality difference.
I mean,
It's pretty much the same. It's just the welds are nicer on this one.
yours was like at the end of the day, and this was like before lunch.
No, this was the training one. Like, you know what I mean? But still, regardless. All right, it's in there and it works. That's all that matters.
If it holds water, whatever.
Yeah, is yours 3-row though? That's what we need to check. So these are advertised as 2-row, but they're all 3-row for some reason. It's the same as the Jay-Z
this
one.
is so much taller than yours.
Yours is a 2-row.
This is completely different here.
Oh, it's not the same.
Yours has like the fill neck things all.
Yeah, no, that's just
stubby.
because, like I said, the guy who was learning welded. He just welded the whole thing.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
wait, this is a 2-row.
This is a 2-row. Mine's a 3-row. Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, but you've got 2 massive rows.
Okay.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Haha, I got 3-row, and mine was bent. I'm not sure why I did this, but I just made Riley's radiator even better than it was before. I'm still salty somehow I got the bad deal out of this thing. But I just added a 1/8 MPT bung there so he can put his water sensor directly in the top of the radiator. That way he doesn't have to cut any hoses and have those weird adapters. So that went in there really nice. Vibrant stuff is so good to work with. The little bung didn't need any prep work. Just drill a hole, prep the radiator, drop her in, weld it up really nice. I'm very stoked on that. But we've got all 4 corners of the Neotech coilovers in now. The front, we haven't tightened them. We've just kind of put them in loose by hand for now because we are pulling the whole front suspension off and changing all of that. But we just wanted to make sure the coilovers were in and everything worked well, which they do, which is awesome. The rear is all tight and snug and ready. I'm really excited about how nice this rear end came out. I still don't know what I'm going to do with a hydro or handbrake. The stock e-brake in this has been modified, so maybe it'll be okay, but it's on the other side of the trans tunnel. So we'll see what it's like. Otherwise, I might keep the single caliper and just go inline, which would be the first car I've ever built with an inline. Actually, even the E36 in Florida, I had dual caliper. So we'll see. I don't want to spend too much money on a dual caliper setup, but maybe we just do inline, keep it cheap and simple. I think I got a couple random hydros lying around here that I can use, so we can always just do that. But we just want this car to be simple and fun and cheap and reliable. Not sure if the 1G is reliable, but you know my plans if this thing lets go. That aside, I think it's time to wrap up this video. This video has been a huge last couple days, all kind of compressed into one, because there was just so much we were getting done on the Altezza and everything else that was going around. I wanted to make sure it was all in one video, so that way you could also feel and see the progression as well. I didn't want it to just be kind of like, yeah, your subframe's in and done, if that makes any sense. But the Altezza's come a long way. We still got to cut fenders to put the little N style like over fenders on, so we get like an extra 30 mil of width in the front and stuff like that. But overall, the car's come a long way, and I think we're starting to think about bringing the power adder out, because I actually have 2 power adders. And the first one is very interesting because it came in this black security box. It's been in my shop for a while now, but I don't want to spoil the surprise, so you're going to have to wait for the video. But this one I'm very excited about to experiment with, and then once I've had some fun with that, we'll then switch to the good old turbo setup, the same kit that we did on Riley's car, but newer and better. That aside though, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. We did just launch the public Minecraft server, is now finally live. So if you're in the Discord, make sure you join, check it out, have a bit of fun, talk to everyone in the Discord in the Minecraft server channel if you're interested into that. Also, thank you to everyone who jumped on board and grabbed the new HKS merch. There's a lot of sizes that are sold out. If you were thinking about grabbing it, I would recommend go check out sooner rather than later, because there's not much left. That aside though, also thank you to all of those that showed their support and put their name on the FD car. There's still some spots available, so make sure if you want to put your name on the FD car for the 2026 this year's season, make sure you go do that, SAMMIT.net, and I'll see you all in the next one where we start making some power hopefully out of this thing. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.